now to the next question sent by Mr. Lam at NEU. Okay, so listening has always been a difficult skill for Vietnamese students. Can you suggest some ideas to help students improve this skill more effectively? Okay, so from my point of view, this happens to a lot of students. So can you help us with some advice?
Regarding listening skills, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I guess there's 2 or 3 things that you can really do to help your listening. And the first thing probably is not to bore yourself silly by endless exercises from ESL, internet websites, or textbooks, listening CDs. The reason is that they don't tend to be so interesting. And in my experience, I have found that students who do well with listening are inclined to listen to things in English outside of the classroom. In order to do this, in order to look forward to listening, in order to practice it, you really need to listen to things that you're interested in.
Yeah.
All right? And so that's one thing. It doesn't matter what that listening is. If you're interested in what you are going to hear in English, you're much more likely to set some time aside to do it. You're much more likely to spend some more time listening. So get away from the ESL textbooks and the websites. Get something solid and natural, and something that might occur every day. For example, YouTube videos. Now, everybody has people that they're interested in. They may be interested in a football team, or they might be interested in David Beckham or Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber. So you go and find short video interviews with these people to find out what they think, what's their life like, because they're being asked questions like we're doing in an interview.
Yeah.
And the answers are kind of interesting, and so therefore, you're willing to listen and, pick up a few words. The other thing I like to recommend, and I have one here, is this is called an audio novel. Now, in this case, this is a famous story, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Very famous literature. And if you notice, it has dialogue, and so pictures, almost like a comic book.
Yeah, right. It's comics.
Well, but it's not. It's obviously not a comic book. It's a similar style, but the idea is that you're looking at words. Many words are already underlined.
Yeah.
All right. They're available here. There are questions on comprehension, but most important, here is the CD.
Oh.
And so you listen to it as you read along. All right, getting used to the pronunciation, getting used to the words. So there are lots of these available, and you can choose a variety of them. So I like audio CDs as well. I think that that's a good way to do your listening. And I do have to point out that I very often get asked, what's the effective way of learning listening? And I sometimes feel that people are saying, what's the easy way to listen? Well, there isn't an easy way. And whenever I answer questions in this forum, I'm going to be very honest. The student has to work, right? They have to set aside the time, right, to study their skills, because if they don't, they're definitely going to lose them. And I don't want that to happen. Take the time. Spend some time doing what you want to do with listening, but for God's sakes, listen to something interesting so that you're happy listening.
Yeah.
Just by listening and doing that, your listening skills will simply improve, and quite quickly over time. You may not see a big difference in the first week, but after the first month, now we're cooking. Okay.
Okay. So if I like cartoon, then I should watch them a lot, and of course it is in English, right?
What?
Cartoon.
Well, I don't know. I think you have to be selective with your listening. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, if we're watching Tom and Jerry, I don't think we need to worry about bang, hit, push, ouch, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that works in terms of, listening. Be selective, real time. Novels, audio novels, YouTube interviews. There's lots of interviews that you can download from talk shows. Those are more concrete, yes?
Right.
And they're more natural in their day-to-day. There's going to be a variety of language used in these interviews. There will not only be higher levels of vocabulary, words that you are not familiar with, but also a lot of idiomatic expressions. Okay. Because these people are relaxed, so they're using everyday language. Yeah. That's very helpful too.
Okay. So you talk about the audio novels, right? So I wonder, where can I find the books with the audio files? Because I've tried in my regular bookstore, and there's none.
No?
No.
Well, there's one here. I'd be happy to sell it to you.
Ah.
No, I'm saying, no. This and a variety of others comes. I bought this at Bahasa.
Bahasa.
All right,
Okay.
say Don Street, and they have quite a few of these. This is by McGraw-Hill Publishing Company, and they have quite a lot.
Okay.
And they have beginner, elementary, pre-intermediate, and intermediate too, upper intermediate. So they have a variety of levels, and the books are graded.
Okay.
All right, so start with something simple. All right, and not too demanding, and then work your way up. But yes, Bahasa has these, and that's the only place that I've gone to buy my books. So,
yeah. Okay. Thank you for your help today.
Okay, no problem.